Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. As always, we have our 3 piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can book that in the description box also. That being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey, group 1. I was going to say group 2 then. Already. Maybe you're drawn to group 2. Anyway, hey, group 1. This is your reading if you've chosen the rhodonite crystal. And rhodonite for me would have to be, after Lemurian seed, my favorite, I would say. This is probably my second favorite. Because it is a stone of radical self-acceptance. It is a stone of deep emotional healing, building up self-worth and profoundly accepting yourself as you show up in this moment, at this point in your journey, loving yourself for all you've been through and where you arrived today. It's also a good stone if you put it for healing bruises. You can put it on bruises. There's some Google images that show rhodonite healing bruises, so parts of your heart that might feel tender as well. A good stone of love and compassion. So, group 1 in your reading today, I can see Cancer, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo, Libra, Pisces are all here. Pretty strong energies in the reading. We're going to do a pendulum question for you at the end as well, so you might like to have a little think about what your question will be. And let's just jump into the past energy for our group 1s. So first you have the 10 of Wands, 9 of Swords, and then the 6 of Cups. This is past energy. So for some of you, you may be feeling like in the past there's been a lot of pressure, a lot of stress around maybe financial situation or something to do with family. You may be thinking a lot about the past. There's definitely things coming up from the past for healing, for you to release and let go of. There's definitely things coming up with family. You might be worried about a family member or their health or something like this. Maybe you've got a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things fall on your shoulders. Maybe you're taking care of a family member or lots of children or a child with extra needs or something going on here where you're feeling a little bit stressed around it all. But there's a lot of beauty and blessing here too. There's these sweet little moments where you are able to capture gratitude. I feel like you're shifting mindsets here as well. There's like new energy around you that's helping encourage you to shift your mindset, to take things to the next level for yourself. I feel like there's past karmic healing here as well for you. This could be to do with a relationship. Maybe there's also like stress around a relationship that comes in and out of your life for some of you. But there's like things are turning around, and I look at this energy, just seeing the bird with the open window. There's no bars on this window, and there's looking to this sun rising here on the horizon. So, and then that moving into the 6 of Cups. Next card out is the Knight of Cups. So there's an opportunity here for a new beginning or something beautiful to come into your world, something that lifts your heart up, something that makes you feel really lighthearted and free. There's still things that chase you. See the shark in the water, so it's like there's still this undercurrent of things that need healing or things that need releasing or something going on there that you feel like maybe is following you. But this can also be like clouded by shadows of doubt from the past, things like that. But you really are moving on into a much more lighthearted energy, especially coming from this 10 of Wands, 9 of Swords. Like there's a lot of stress there. There's like sleepless nights, overthinking, maybe working really hard or trying your best to get somewhere and it doesn't seem to be working, and there's like a lot of pressure and stress in the past. But now there's like love bubbles everywhere, so something's definitely shifted for you, and I think you're wanting to be very cautious. We have the moon out here next. We have judgment as well. So you've definitely, as you move into the week ahead, you're like diving into these deep parts of your psyche, of your beliefs, of your emotional needs. Like there's parts of you, your subconscious areas that you're maybe, I think, tapping into more so at the moment. There's a lot of magical energy around you right now, or potentially around a relationship. This could be a new romance here for you. And it's helping you unpack things that are deep inside of your soul. it's really interesting. I like this moon with the judgment together, especially this, like there's excitement about moving into this energy, and not all of it is comfortable. Some of it might be a little overwhelming with the moon being there, but I feel like this is exciting, and you're moving into this willingly. And look at this, she's like skipping a merry tune here and off on her journey, and there's companions around. So it's like you're not alone on this journey. That maybe you're joining with somebody, or there's maybe it's like multiple different people or things that are sort of coming in, bringing richness into your world. There's opportunity here. Something about creativity as well. Some of you might be creating something. It could be to do with esoteric or occult type education, or something you might be creating in that realm, or in the realm of emotion as well. I feel like you want to be further ahead than you are at the moment, but that's like you're maybe coming to also this realization that everything is divine this week. I feel like you're feeling like you're on time. Like if you've been feeling pressure that something's not developing in the past, I think this week is settling more into this sense that everything is how it's supposed to be. You know, you're coming back into your own power, and shifting away from maybe a lack mindset, or some sense of lack within your situation, or feeling a lot lighter. The Strength card is after Judgment, so there are some situations here where you're needing to control yourself, maybe your power, or maybe even some aggression or anger for some of you. There's something, I don't think it's aggression, anger, but it might be. But you're needing to control your own self or your own power. This is a mighty force, this tornado, but she's got it wrapped around her wand and the magic that she yields. So I really feel like this is you. I'm seeing temperance, even though temperance isn't in this reading. It's like a need to just go easy at things. You've got the Page of Swords and the Two of Swords next as well. And I feel like, again, this is like the pressure that wants to creep back in perhaps, but you're not allowing that. I think you're choosing to just be present and trust the way your heart is being led. Following intuition. Not everything's going to make sense, but you're going to try and make sense of it. I think there's a lot of questions you've got this week as well. Like you want to know where things are going, or how someone's feeling or thinking, or what's going to develop, or there's a lot of curiosity in this energy, but you're having to just trust and go for it, and just take each day as it comes. It feels like a week to be very present to what's unfolding, and open to magic, open to mystery, open to, look, you've got the 8th house of mystery. There may, eighth house of mystery can also be about power dynamics in your relationship. So you might be having conversations that are a little tricky this week. You might be trying to figure out where you stand, or to take your power back in a situation, but it doesn't feel like, I don't know, it feels like something you're just testing within yourself, like you're testing your own strength, or where you stand, or how, your own power. I think you want to know more than you do. Maybe want to be, there's a sense of wanting to be further ahead, but then there's a real deep knowing of just coming back to the present time. In the area of challenge, you've got the King of Cups, the Empress, the Two of Wands. So this for some of you is about taking a relationship to the next level. Like we've got the Two of Wands here, and we have fertility here with the pregnancy, and there's like a lot of abundance around this one person here with the Empress, and then we have a lot of this. Actually, I'm kind of noticing how he's like on an island of his own here too. So I think you may feel like you're isolated from some abundance, or that you're separated a little bit. It's like a part of you isn't fully merged, and you're wanting to bring a merging in somehow. You're wanting to merge with abundance, or you're wanting to create that shift and move forward to some next level here. And the Two of Wands is like, how do I get there? How am I going to do it? When's it going to happen? That sort of thing. I think, planning for the future might feel like a challenge, maybe for some reason. This could be a relationship as well. Like what's next for us? How do we take things to the next level, or and this doesn't have to be a relationship. It can also be about your career sector or something like this as well. Like I do see there's a lot of desire to create and bring something forward and expand. There's also messages of love and relationships in this reading. It's very kind of like your whole life is sort of being put out on the table for analyzing, and what do we need, how do we move forward, all these things, and not all of it is revealed. There's so much here that you just need to trust and move forward with a good mindset and a well-aligned vibration, right? So that's the challenge. I think as well, like there's a lot of nice things to look forward to as well. Like your challenge this week is to, again, of getting temperance. I'm just seeing like all these different sites here in this card, and it makes me feel like, you know, maybe you're pulled in lots of different directions, but you're needing just maybe a little bit more structure, organization, or, you know, just notice where you might be being distracted or moving into excess. Maybe you've been having a bit of party time, having fun, or like just wanting to look after yourself and bring things into balance and not let your emotions sort of push or lead you too much, keeping a fine balance with your logic. There's a meeting here as well. I see a discussion with somebody. Ten of Cups. Yeah, a new job or a new opportunity financially here. Definitely financial growth, things coming in quickly. There's a conversation or an offer coming your way here, I would say, this week. In the area of challenge, what will help with the challenge? We have the Hermit, the Nine of Wands, and Death. This is an interesting combination. So what you're actually needing right now is just a little bit of time out, a little bit of a step back to sit with yourself, see how you're feeling about things. Maybe just have I'm just seeing like a bath or something, just a nice bath time or a meditation or an evening where you can just sort of turn the phone off and or take a bit of time out for yourself somehow, take a walk, something. I think you're needing a bit of time for yourself just to feel where you're at right now, process everything that's happening, it's changing in your world, and yeah, I don't even think there's much need for seeking, even though this is a soul-searching type of card and you're wanting to get those answers from within yourself. I feel like it's just going to come without trying, just relaxing. Maybe if you're a musician, play your instrument, or do something that is meditative for you. Maybe you learn to cook or clean or dance or whatever it is. Like, do some nice sweet thing for yourself, take some time for yourself. It's going to help bring a lot of clarity and sort of reveal what's needed for you to, again, keep getting the message of going to the next level. There's a real push for some next level, some elevation, some level up. With Death here as well, like there's this one little tether. So there's still something that needs to be severed, I feel. Something that holds you back. It could be a habit, a behavior. Maybe it's smoking. I've seen the smoke stand out here. Or staying up too late on their phone, or like so many little things that there's such a tiny little thing, but it makes a dramatic change when we cut it out. So whatever that is, be honest with yourself and release it. Do something good for yourself, and with the perseverance here of the Nine of Swords, I kind of feel like there's things you need to shift, change, or do that you don't really want to, for whatever reason. That could be it, but it'll be good if you did, and you'll feel better for it, whatever that is. And of course, to keep on keeping on. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, so they're exhausted, they're battle weary, they don't want to do it anymore, they're done with it, they're exhausted. But with one more push in the right direction with these two on the other side, like move forward wisely. Move forward wisely, because it'll give you what you need to break through. You're needing a breakthrough, is what it feels like. And you will get that breakthrough with wise inner consultation and movement, and shift, change, and release. So in the area of what you don't see coming, we have the High Priestess, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Magician. This is fantastic. You may have already had a foretelling here with the High Priestess. I kind of like she's doing a reading, and I felt when I saw it that there's already something's already been predicted. So you may have already had this prediction, or maybe there's a prediction coming. And it's to do with your abundance. It's look, how's this for a level up? Nine of Pentacles and the Magician. This is independent energy, but it's abundant energy as well. It's about being so abundant that you've got enough to give. You don't think about, you're not stressed, like living day to day, that sort of thing. So this to me is what you don't see coming is an increase in your abundance and your ability to manifest. You're in your own power here. This isn't something that luckily falls in your lap. Like, this is something you have actively aligned with because of your choices, your thoughts, the things you may have released that hold you back. Just being in your own energy for a little bit as well. I really do feel like a bit of space or time for yourself is going to be really beneficial for you. But there's a lot of abundance coming in for you, and you are manifesting even more of that. And it comes from this heart-centered place. It comes from this, like, it's what you very much want is coming in for you. It's almost like Nine of Cups energy here. There's, yeah, what else can I got there? Ace of Pentacles again, the Sun. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, you're definitely needing just a little bit of rest, because there's going to be like another big boom going. It's like you've just fertilized the garden and you know, give it a couple of days and everything's going to go massive. But in that, just there's a little moment, a window of downtime needed. Yeah, there's work to be done and you'll attend to it, but yeah. In the outcome of the tarot, we have the Knight of Pentacles, Four of Cups first, and this to me is, first I saw this, and the way it came out was like that was kind of the only card you needed for the outcome. And it's that slowly but surely you are moving forward to the direction you need to be in. There's, with the Knight of Pentacles, it is about paying attention to each step and not really rushing ahead to the outcome. It's about being with the process, and it's slow moving. There's no rushing in this energy. And then with the Four of Cups coming out afterwards, I feel like this is kind of connected to the seed card you've got, I'll go to shortly, where there is something that needs to be acknowledged and nurtured in your world, something that you're needing to do that you might be overlooking a little bit, because there's sort of focusing on the three empty cups, but there's an opportunity right there at the door. So I think you've what I want to say, you've got more coming in towards you right now than you realize. I think you're not expecting the amount of abundance that's coming your way, and love and beauty I'm getting really strongly. Like there's a sensuality and a richness coming into your world. This could be in a new relationship, and like I said, career, it could be both, it could be everything. I don't know, but there's I think sometimes you get pretty down on yourself, pretty hard on yourself, and you like just want to figure it out on your own. You don't want someone to fix it off, you know. You're somebody who needs, you've got the tools, you know you can do it. You know you can do it. You've got so much at your fingertips, so much experience. I'm getting here, there's like things you know you've learned in the past that maybe you have put aside, or like just little key bits of wisdom, and that's why the time on your own might be really beneficial, so that you can remember. I think you're needing to remember some things. Some little tips, tricks, mindset approaches that will really help things flow. I'm just seeing the fish here. This is like the key to abundance. Magic is needed, like financial rituals or something. Like, no, it's, I don't know. You figure that one out. There's something needed there that's like remembering your magic and your mindset and the power to create, the power to manifest, tapping back into that. Also in the outcome, these came out together as the Hierophant and the Two of Cups. So there is a relationship message here clearly about going to the next level, some sort of companion. There's a deepening of commitment here. This could be an engagement or a marriage. Maybe you're celebrating a marriage within the family or your community, or it could be your own marriage or a relationship that's coming together. There's definitely a lot of heartfelt connection here, understanding, you're on the same page with this person, for those that have the love message here. You also have the Beltane Lover from your oracle cards, and look at that, it's such a sweet image as well. From the Solitary Witch, which I was like, okay, I haven't actually pulled the Beltane Lover from this deck before. And usually the messages are that of a solitary witch. But anyway, we have a lover here. And the meaning is that of honeymoon times, time of romance, a lover, sensual pleasure, the freedom to choose a lover and let them go if you desire. It's all about connection to your sensuality, romance, all of these things. So there's a strong theme of this here. And wanting to move this into commitment or deeper level, like really, there's so much hope and potential for a connection for those that are connecting to that particular message here. You've known this person before, you've been together before, that's for sure. There's a real richness between you both. It's like, I almost feel like I can't look at it because it's like you know, something so sacred and special. It's like not for anyone's eyes but yours, this sort of thing. Like, oh, it's very nice. You have the card Duck, selected by Jackson actually. He decided to select a card as well as the crystal today. And you got Duck. So I'll go to the book in a moment. There's a bit on the back here, but it says here, healing, skillful navigation and ease. I navigate worlds of spirit, creativity and emotion with grace. I can see how that manifests in your week as well. Like just trying to keep that balance, because there's a lot of things that want to pull on your attention and you're excited to pursue as well. Important things. You will move through tricky circumstances without becoming entangled in drama, negativity, or ego. Your inner self knows how to guide you through any situation. Don't worry about what others think or say about you. The truth will shine through and nothing else will stick to you. You're encouraged to look beyond the worlds you know in other realities and ways of being, trusting that you can adapt and thrive. Use nourishing oils to create a protective barrier for your skin. As you apply the oil, imagine you are also applying a layer of psychic protection. That's an interesting typo they've got here. Use nourishing oils to creative a protective barrier instead of create. How did that get past the editors? Anyway, ducks hold soul medicine for the earth, sea and sky. Able to walk, swim and fly, they teach us how to move effortlessly between different worlds and ways of being. That's what I'm seeing, like giving these experiences to really, this is going to be an interesting week. Duck empowers us to become grounded in body, flowing in emotion and free in spirit. This can be helpful for healers, shamans, artists and others connecting with sources of inspiration, creativity and healing, so they can ground these energies into the physical world. Ducks appear to glide when they swim, but beneath the water they are working hard. A natural shield on their feathers allows water to slide right off of them, so they can dive beneath the surface and rise again without being weighed down. Duck teaches us how to develop a non-stick coating around our energy field. This beautiful creature carries the medicine of safe passage through the watery realms of emotion, psychic energy, and imagination without becoming bogged down. Duck shows us how to create thresholds and thrive in more than one world at a time. Whether we are manifesting healing energy or integrating spirituality into everyday life, Duck is a masterful totem for practical, inspired, and deeply spiritual living. Mother Duck uses her own oils to coat the feathers of her ducklings so that they can swim safely. Duck wisdom is that of the truly effective healer. It reminds us that we cannot give what we do not have, and highlights the importance of tending to our inner work, spiritual journey, and personal healing. We can share the emotional, psychological, and spiritual resources we develop with others. Duck medicine is a blessing for healers and guides, as it helps us to be truly effective in aiding others to change their lives for the better. I love that. That felt really strong for you. Oh, yeah, really nice. And as we saw before, we have the 8th house mystery. I'll read the challenge and the gift. The challenge is, it can be tempting to manipulate by withholding love, power, or money, and hard to step away when someone else is jerking those chains. Maybe you're in a power dynamic like that. The gift of this card is that you can face your worst fears and step through. Feel that liberation. The trap of manipulation falls away when you don't bite the hook. So if there is a tempting little hook somewhere, you don't want to take it. The action of this card: assess the power dynamics between you and other people around important resources like sex, money, and inheritance. Notice if a relative or boss withholds money until you behave, or if you or a lover withholds sex until the other's needs is met. Just get clear in your own mind if anyone is pulling strings, and trying to heal dysfunctional dynamics with clear and healthy boundaries. Seduce honestly. Not all strange sexual dynamics and unusual financial agreements are a problem. If you understand your peculiarities and don't feel coerced or controlled by them, they're just a part of who you are. Financial investors and advisors, consultants, ministers, lovers, intuitives, brain trusts, auctioneers, and investigators all work with 8th house affairs, and if they work with integrity, do so productively. I like it. So develop your second house resources, your own money, sense of worth and body confidence to strengthen your freedom and bargaining power and operate in this realm with grace. Engage the resources handed to you, but make your own judgment calls. The 8th house calls for one last freedom, to acknowledge that death exists and to be fully alive in response. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, that really touched on everything. I love that. Okay, so we're going to courage now. Courage. You got courage and love came out together, so I feel like there's like there is something that's really testing your own self-belief here, so that you can have and receive this love. And I feel like there might be some self-worth things that come up here, and you're needing to just push forward. It's this challenge energy. What will help with the challenge? The Hermit, the Nine of Wands, the Death, pushing forward and embracing change, embracing freedom. So courage is step forward, throw your shoulders back and stand up for yourself with passion. Speak up for those less fortunate. Be impeccable in all of your actions. This isn't a time to be timid or pull back. Don't be limited by the beliefs of others. Use your passion to make a difference. Courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. Fearless means fear less. Acknowledge your fear and take action anyway. Make a stand. You are strong and powerful and have great valor within you. And then love, is it love? Love is love, the wild rose. And I kept noticing the roses on this magician card as well up here. There's like, they were really standing out to me, and it makes me think about the sensuality, the beauty, the depth, the richness that is available or coming into your world. Love is all around you. Love is coming into your life. You're already cherished more than you could possibly know. Indeed, you are a sacred vessel for love to flow through you when you stand in the center of it all. All is well, no matter what is happening around you. You know that you are loved and you are lovable. You know that there is nothing that you need to do to deserve love. You are enough just as you are. The Creator is love, and in the depths of your soul, you are love. In matters of the heart and romance, all is healing or is already healed. In terms of self-love, your confidence and self-esteem are growing as you take time to cherish and care for yourself, which I feel is touched on again with the 8th house mystery, with the courage. It's so many things. Like, I think we touched on it here, like a shift needing to make to really feel good about yourself, a habit, a change. And then the last oracle before we go to your pendulum is seeds, new ideas, hope, and open-mindedness. There's definitely something being nurtured here into new life. A seed contains the blueprint for an entirely new plant, a future living thing. It is a miracle that something so small holds the key to new life. There's so much potential within the seed. In fact, planting a seed is an act of hope. In the first step in a project or undertaking, trusting that in the future you will actualize your dream. However, there's work ahead. If the seed sprouts, it will need care and attention to maximize its potential. You will need to nourish it to help it grow. The seed card tells you that there is something worth your time that is waiting to be recognized. Be open to the message nature has for you. Don't immediately dismiss ideas as far-fetched or impossible. Give them consideration, because there may be something to learn. There's definitely things to learn this week. There's a lot of aha moments and curiosities being stirred this week. I think you're like this, you're hungry for something, and it's bringing it in, whatever that is. So group 1, we're going to do the pendulum question now. Just going to check what yes is going to be. Thank you. Beautiful. And then a no. Very nice. And the answer to group 1's question. It is a no. Hopefully that was supportive for you. If you can hear the background noise, it's a pupil free day today, so kids are having fun. But yes, so that was a no for group 1. Hopefully that was supportive. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading. Hopefully you got some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box. I think there's October spots, but I'll open November soon. How are we at November? This is crazy. Well, we're not. We're at the start of October, but like preparing for November now. What the heck? All right. Yeah. Look forward to reading for you all again soon, group 1. Bye. Hey, group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the pink opal heart, then this one is for you. A beautiful, nourishing, nurturing stone, pink opal. Fantastic to support you with, encouraging you to be your authentic self, not worrying about what other people think, but just being true to you. It is really good for just transitions and changes, helping keep a nice emotional balance. Very, very nurturing. Lots of nurturing energy in your reading as well. It's fantastic energy for group 2 this week. Some of the energies here I can see is Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio, Gemini, Leo quite strongly. We've got Sagittarius as well. So those are the main energies. Could be you, someone you're dealing with. Doesn't matter too much. So let's jump into the past energy for group 2 with, also I'm going to be doing the pendulum. So if you'd like to think of your question, we'll have that at the end. But yes, group 2, starting out in the past with the 5 of Pentacles first and foremost. Then we have the 2 of Wands and the Magician. But starting with the 5 of Pentacles, immediately when I saw that, I heard a few phrases. One of them was fallen off the bandwagon. Another one was just, I don't know, there was a bunch of things that came through, but that's the main one I'm remembering. So there's in the past, there was a situation where you felt potentially like you weren't good enough, or something you really wanted had fallen away, or you were left out in the cold, you were on your own. Something happened where you didn't have, you'd lost something, or you thought something was going well and then it just wasn't. It's kind of what it feels like. Or, with the falling off the bandwagon message, maybe you were on a bit of a health kick and maybe something happened and you fell into an old cycle or a depression or something like that. Could be to do with your health, emotional state, relationships, anything at all where you kind of felt like things were not going how you'd like them to and feeling a little bit lost, I guess. But then the 2 of Wands is here, and then the Magician. So it's like whatever that was for you that you went through recently, a cycle where you felt not good enough, or that things were falling away, or you were on your own. There's been a big change here, and you're manifesting massive, massive shifts in your world, in yourself, and what you're aligning to. The 2 of Wands, like you were in this position where it's like you had no choice. It's like you've been left in an empty room. You can either sit in that empty room or you can get up and keep walking. And you decided to get up and keep walking. That's what you did. And it took you, where is it taking you? To this place of manifesting wonders. Like you're back in the control seat, or you're back in your own power, and it's really, really beautiful for you. There's a lot of fertility, abundance in your reading. There's a lot of busyness and hard work and things you want to achieve. Life is happening. Life is bustling around you is kind of what I'm getting here. And if it's not at that state yet, then it's progressing into that state, and you can probably already tell. In the current energy where you see yourself, we have the Devil, then we have the Ace of Cups. So for some of you, there's a really potentially intoxicating new relationship, or relationship you're already in. It's very like overwhelming with love, or overwhelming with depth of connection and understanding and potential. And there's a lot here. For some of you, there's an added message here of overindulgence. Maybe it is again back to the health kick, and you're like, maybe there's literally sugar is something you're trying to cut out with all this ice cream imagery here. This can be any type of behavior or addiction or lust cycle, or attachment to status or a level or a relationship or whatever it might be. I feel like there's like a temptation here to overindulge or move into an unhealthy cycle, but with love you will not do that. With the 4 of Pentacles next, it's like you're putting the brakes on something, or putting the brakes, there's temperance. Temperance is over there, so temperance is in your reading. There is, this week I think you're really seeing where maybe past unhealthy cycles would begin, and you're choosing to not engage in those because you are in the magician energy right now. There's a lot of really good things coming your way, a lot of support and a lot of abundance. It's probably already around you, lots of love, heartfelt connection, and yeah, there's like, this cup is overfilling. You've got a lot of love to give somebody. Be careful, I think, as well, not to overgive, or, you know, any areas where you might be enabling another person. Just be mindful of that energy, and keep a nice balance where you need to. Let people take care of themselves, let them fix their own issues. If that comes up for you this week, be mindful of that. Four of Pentacles is a card of conserving your energy and your finances, and so budgeting might be important for you, or being more mindful with how you spend your time, not overindulging in any areas or relationships. I think there's a connection here or something here that you're very invested in and very excited about, but there's a need for you to keep a nice balance and not to overdo it. Four of Pentacles here. Whatever it is that you're really drawn to indulge in or invest in, just, yeah, don't overdo it there. But it is a beautiful week for getting it done this week. You can definitely see there's a lot of passion, conversations, and this is a card of movement forward, but also messages back and forward. So I do feel like for some of you, this is not for everyone, but for some of you, there's someone you haven't spoken to in a while, and there will be like an unblocking of that energy. This unblocking doesn't have to be about a conversation with someone, but for some of you, it definitely will be. For others of you, this feels like just an area where you felt a little held back, or the momentum wasn't there, or the motivation wasn't there. Well, suddenly this week something unplugs, and like the energy just flows, and it may be a bit of a gush after whatever. Okay, settle down. Okay, but yeah, so you know when there's a blockage in a drain pipe or something, and they clear it out, and then all the old water, and then it's followed by fresh water as well, is kind of the image I'm getting here. So I do feel like for a lot of you this week, you're feeling the momentum, you're feeling the excitement, the passion. There's a lot of new energy, new opportunity here around you as well. There's like a more engagement in ritual and magic is here for you as well. If you're wanting to practice any rituals, it feels like a time when you're feeling extra connected and drawn to do these practices. So if they come up intuitively, you feel guided to do it, then go for it. Explore, learn, play, create. Try new things, taking yourself to new places, meeting new people. It's like you've been dropped in a whole new world with this Fool card here. Like passion and excitement and curiosity is all leading you towards like new experiences, new people in your life, in your world. This is good. This is good. Definitely coming back to wanting to be mindful of overindulging in any areas, but I think you really like manage that with the Four of Pentacles being there as well. Like I really do feel like, look at her, she's got a bandana on, sleeves rolled up, she's ready to do some work, you know. There's maybe a bit of spring cleaning that is needed, and need to like open the windows, clear out the house, or clear out some cupboards, create some room for fresh energy, I think is important this week if you get the time to do that. Music in the home, dancing, all these things feel really good. I'm getting something about channeling messages. Maybe some of you are channels, you're passing on messages to people. Even if you're not conscious of that, I think your words are very potent and powerful this week. Your intentions are powerful. You're feeling empowered. You're feeling the flow, I think. In the area of challenge, we have the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Four of Cups. For some of you, this is a message of not knowing where to invest your energy. And for others of you, this is a feeling of like wanting to invest your energy in too many different places. You may be a bit of both. But here, the challenge for you is, what is this? It feels a little bit about uncertainty. I think there's fear of investing in something that's not going to pay off. There's a little bit of fear around that, but it doesn't feel too much. There's a lot of work to be done here. There's a lot of things you want to achieve. There's a lot of pressure on yourself, and I see this. And you don't need to have that pressure. You just need to enjoy the moment in the day. And I don't mean enjoy the moment as in, go put your feet up. Like, just enjoy the process of where you're at right now. Maybe you've got a goal to, reach a certain fitness level by whatever. and rather than focusing on that outcome and that goal, just be in it today and give it your all, like do your best, that type of thing. If you've got study and assignments to do, she's got a lot of paperwork here on the table. If there's some things that need to be written and appointments made, bills paid, all those things, just be with it, chip away at it. Don't try not to get overwhelmed by the mountain to climb, but just be there on the path you're on. Areas where you feel lackluster, there's okay, so the blessing for you this week is in the hard work, actually, by the looks of this. And I'm hearing get over it. I don't know what that's about. There's something, I don't know. I'm hearing someone just get over it. Like, just go do it. Just whatever it is. Like, there's a message that you may hopefully know what that means for you and what that's exactly about, but it feels more like a guide. Possibly like a past loved ones type of energy that's like, just get over it. Like, whatever it is you're worried about, like, there's no need to worry. Just go do the thing. It's all working out for you, don't worry. What will help with the challenge? We have the King of Pentacles here first, which is practical steps. You've already got a certain level of mastery here in your world. You know what to do, you know how to show up, and this is just asking a continuum of you showing up. Connection with community and other people, seeing the fence here and the neighbors, like love thy neighbor, love your community, the people you engage with this week, just strangers, the people who serve you in shops, you know, the person who wants to cut in front of you in the car driving, like, all, just love them, you know. There's something here I feel about just being practical and knowing that you're abundant, knowing that you're in a really good position in life. Things are really good for you. And so really connect with that, show up for it, you know, be a part of it, be a part of the world, be a part of it. I feel a sense of community connection in all of that. You have the World, the Lovers, the Sun, and the Temperance all falling out together after that, and they're all major arcanas. So it's like there's really profound changes happening in your world, and it could be to do with relationships. There's a lot of image here about connection, relationships, community, love, support, coming together, sharing, deepening of commitments, taking things to the next level, lots of positivity and growth. But there's also Temperance at the end here as well. So it's like, keep a fine balance, don't overdo it, don't tip the scales too far anywhere. Notice the areas where you want to say yes and commit. It's actually interesting, you've got this card here that says the universe says yes, and I'm really feeling that with these two, like the Lovers, even the World, the Sun. Like, this is an opportunity to say yes to, that you're being given. And it could be in more areas than one. It could be like just a layer of life, but there's a lot of good things here in this reading. This is really nice energy. There's a beautiful shift, especially coming in from the Five of Pentacles, like the Two of Wands now, and then the Magician. You have turned something right around, or like life has, the wheel has turned. It's in a new cycle. What you don't see coming is death, strength, and the Four of Swords. You are needing a little bit of, what do I want to say here? A different approach or more structure, it kind of feels like here. To be careful about how you approach. Don't rush into anything here, I'm feeling. But this is, to me, like, well, here's like, this is like the courage to change something, to release something, to grow, to outgrow something. Have power over your own mindset. Maybe part of you, if this is an addiction cycle and your mind's like, oh, I need to do that thing now, it's the habit that makes me feel good, or whatever. I think there's a need to really be mindful and conscious of that voice, of that desire, of that, you know, temptation or that pull, and just be stronger than that. Meditate, take a step back, acknowledge it, identify it, give it love, but don't follow its demands or its calling or something like that. If there is that, you know, something you're trying to overcome here. But what you don't see coming this week is, I want to get some more cards around this, but I do feel this is a week of sort of just taking the time you need to create momentum in your week or life. There's something you are needing momentum with, you're needing to, but it takes time and space to just get on with it. There's a real get on with it message here. The Nine of Wands. Okay, so that can be about exhaustion, wanting rest. Oh dear. They flew away a bit. Where are they? Hopefully that was all of them. We have the Two of Pentacles. Three of Swords, Ten of Swords. Okay. Okay. So for some of you, there's like processing of a past pain here, an ending. We've got the Death and the Ten of Swords. For some of you, it could have been betrayal that you're processing. Some of you may have this fear of betrayal, or there's definitely like a need to heal from some deep emotional wounds, and I think it affects your confidence here. So it's like you're moving through a really big change in how you view yourself and how you feel about yourself, and it's a matter of applying yourself and embracing changes. And again, like I keep coming back to like abstaining from things that are bad for you as well. Like I'm hearing meal planning. She's got this pencil behind her ear and paper. I know she's following a recipe, and that's part, like there's a recipe. You need to follow some steps that's going to help pull you out of something. It's like personal training or coaching. Maybe you're doing that for yourself. Maybe you're receiving it. It would be good for you if you did receive it, or do it for yourself. Either way, like you've got this. The the Ten of Swords is more about the Phoenix rising. This is a transformation process for you. And like it just needs a bit more of a push from you. It just needs a little bit more, but also rest as well. And like, yeah, this is nice. I like it. Yeah, okay. You're waiting to hear, I don't know, you're waiting to hear something. I think some of you are expecting bad news, and it's like you don't need to worry. Okay, in the outcome, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Look at this beautiful balance here. We've got like somebody working on their laptop in nature, somebody doing a beautiful ritual. We've got a time around the table, sharing food with family. All of these cards show me like a life that you're building. And this could be you and another person coming together and building something long-term in the future. Maybe you're like joining with somebody or planning something with somebody, business or romance, whatever it might be. This could also be just your own energy here, but you're like something you're creating now and nurturing into life. It requires other people. You need their help. They need you. It's part of life. Like I feel like it's, I don't know, very much the thing, I don't know, what am I trying to say here? It's like it's not a solo journey for you right now. It probably never has been, or I don't know, it's just not meant to be. And that's in relation, I mean, obviously parts of your life are to do with only yourself and your connection to spirit, but there's family here, there's loved ones here, there's community, there's friends, there's co-workers, there's all these other people that help paint the picture of your life. But anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say, it's not it. I feel here with these, the new goals, passions, desires, and things that you're working towards achieving. You may be at the very beginning stages, but it is to build long-term success. So if this is coupling with someone in a relationship where you're both very different but coming together to create something very beautiful and diverse, or your own energy that you're applying different areas of your life to build yourself up. But there is Ten of Pentacles here, which is an excess of abundance and finance and stability for the long term. It's about leaving a legacy for our children. It's building something that's really lasts. So that's what you're working towards right now. And the ideas and the passions and these sort of goalposts, these signposts, are leading you towards something very long term and stable. So in the oracles before your pendulum, we have number 44, she is 1,000 flowers. She's got a pregnancy here, so whether it's a message of pregnancy or just fertility and growth in your world. We'll read the meaning. A bright, shining time full of love and bounty, promise and happiness, a time when dreams come true and others offer their love and support. All good deeds done are returning to you. Understanding you have many gifts and feeling balanced and calm about how to work with them. No stress, no worry, a time of wonder, a sense that soon will come a time when life takes an even deeper meaning, your time in the sun. That one where, yeah, this I really feel as well here, like especially in the challenge, it's like you're not, life is about to take a deeper meaning and maybe you're not seeing how or what's to unfold to bring that to be. You have the card Winged Pig, selected by Jackson, my little crystal picker. Decided to choose a card for you all as well. And it is universe says yes, laughter and conquering the odds. The affirmation is all things become possible through grace. Believe that the impossible can become possible. Put your faith in the power of spiritual grace. Even the most convincing limitations are no match for the spiritual power, for the power of spirit. Are you challenging yourself enough? I like that. I feel like you could do with a bit more of a push from yourself. And it'll feel good for doing it. It's like, not that you need to, but you'll benefit. That's the kind of vibe it is. You're capable of more than you realize, so consider upping your dreams and visions to match your potential. Never give up on optimism, as it is a part of how you source your inflow and spiritual energy, blessings and grace. Trust that things are going to work out more beautifully than you can currently imagine. In answer to your question, the universe says yes. It'll be interesting to see what the pendulum says based on that big yes there, but anyway. It goes further into the book here with winged pig dares to rebel against the scoffing and naysayers, an unconditional and radical optimist. Winged pig comes to us when we need courage and conviction to face the formidable odds or too much seriousness. Winged pig can certainly fly and brings us a big unconditional and cosmic yes. Winged pig is a pink-bellied nature angel who reminds the soul it can cope. Indeed, it can thrive, even in an environment that may not seem natural or is outside what we feel we can handle. Winged pig reminds us that when we dare to move beyond our comfort zone, to step beyond what we or others think are our capabilities, we open ourselves to beautiful surprises. We never know what will happen when we are willing to question the defeatist within our minds and in the world. See, that was like that voice. It's like, you be aware of it. It says you can't, or it says you want to do something, you should, whatever. Acknowledge it and step back. Like, this is, yeah, it's 100% the confirmation of that message, that there's something you can do a little harder with, or push a little, like, out of the comfort zone. You'll be so glad you did. You'll be proud of yourself, and it'll help you take you to the next level. Okay, where am I up to? Winged pig connects us with humor and childlike willingness to try without stopping to think about it for too long. Winged pig brings a message of unusual and unexpected success when we're willing to believe we can achieve. With the help of the universe, winged pig heralds a time when the soul is overcoming the unnecessarily heavy limitations imposed upon it by society. I love that. And you've got now Ceres with nurture. We'll go to the challenge. The challenge is, do not mistake smothering, enabling, or infantilizing actions as signs of love. Once you release the object of your care, your life is not over, a new mystery begins. The gift of this card is, there is a sacredness in your daily life. I feel like this is mainly about the gift. Looking at the rest of your cards, there's a lot of gifts around you right now. But also the message of don't smother or overdo something too, right? So there is a sacredness in your daily life. Loving, feeding, nurturing, gardening, and being in family, whether chosen or biological, are all part of a powerful spiritual path. The mother holds you. This is definitely a time to nurture your art, your children, your belly, your life, your mind, your body, like everything. This is a really, really nourishing reading. You have two cards that represent community now. One is literally community and the other is B, with community, cooperation and sweetness. Both of these messages talk about the journey ahead with having new connections coming into your world, a community that can really nourish you on your path. Being lifted up by others, but also lifting others in return. So community support is all around you. Even if you're not consciously aware of it, allow yourself to be supported. Give encouragement to others. The more you allow yourself to be supported, the more your dreams can come true. If you believe that you have to do it all alone, you will. Your true family is not just blood relationships. Sometimes the strongest family ties are friends who know who you are. Sometimes they're your ancestors and soul family who reside in spirit. This card speaks of finding your community and your people. It's a card of remembering that your people are at your side, believing in you, loving you, and standing strong beside you. Call on your community and ask for their assistance. They're only a thought away. There's two strong messages around that, and even ending on the Ten of Pentacles with this to me is community, connection. You've even got it here in the Sun, There's a lot of like dinners with people, sharing food, sharing just laughter and good times. You have B is your last card, then we'll do the pendulum. So bees inspire thoughts of sweetness and community. Bees work together, functioning in cooperation with others to advance the health and safety of their entire hive. Communication is central in this goal. In the end, through hard work and service to others, they create something pure and sweet, honey. It's the sweetness of honey that reminds us to be kind to others. The bee card asks you to consider if you feel fulfilled and connected in your relationships, or if you need to communicate your needs to others more. Remember to be kind wherever you can and to meet any challenges with an open heart. What part of life needs clearer communication, and how can you work more effectively with others? Beautiful. Okay, let's jump into the pendulum for group 2. Starting with a yes, please. And straight into it. Very nice. And showing me a no. Wow. So not messing around here. Okay, and the answer to group 2's question. Okay. That's interesting. As it was moving at the start, I'm like hearing all this chatter, and it's almost like people changing their question real quick or something. I don't know. But then I'm like, what is this? The big cosmic yes we saw in the winged pig? And it's like, and then part of it was like, it wanted to say yes, but it didn't want some of you to know for some reason. Like you're not meant to know it's a yes yet, or something like that. But it was a yes in the end. So I don't know. Take it how it resonates. But anyway, that was that. So group 2, that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it has given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. If you're after a private reading, you should be able to book a spot there. Otherwise, I'll be opening November up soon. And yeah, look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care, group 2. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the smoky quartz, then this one is for you. Smoky quartz is probably one of my favorite crystals as well. It's just such an all-rounder. It's so beautiful for clearing, for grounding, helping with removing negative energy, depression, anything really. It's a real all-rounder. It's a companion stone in my opinion. I think everyone should have a little smoky quartz by their doorway or in their car, in their pocket, wherever you want to take it close by with you. Really, really good companion stone, especially for your modern witch, you know, or any witch. But anyway, group 3, let's have a look here into your reading. We've got Pisces, Leo quite strongly here. That's the actual 2 major energies. So you can probably say Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in the air signs here. Air and fire, yeah. But yeah, signs don't matter too much. Let's jump into the past energy. For group 3, we have the 8 of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Wands. What I saw when I first saw this was like, okay, first I heard like a divine detour. And that might resonate with some of you. You feel like life in the past recently has taken a bit of a divine detour. You didn't expect things to go the way they have. But there's been a situation here where you've been feeling less than powerful, right? 8 of Swords is a very disempowering energy, but it's an energy where you can actually free yourself. It is a position that maybe through a series of choices or life circumstances, you've managed to find yourself in this position that only you can get yourself out of. It may not have felt that way at the time. There's a lot of illusion in the 8 of Swords, thinking that the power is outside of you when it's not. And Spirit has put you, it's almost like Spirit's put you in this position for you to show yourself what you are and who you are. And so these greatest challenges you've gone through in the recent weeks, months, days, however it's shown up for you timeline-wise, it has all been very beneficial for you to step into your power, to claim a state of leadership here. Some position of leadership is available to you or will be soon. It's already here, I do feel, for many of you. Some of you, it shows up in a new opportunity or a promotion, work, or just the way your community receives you, the way you show up, the way you do life right now you're being lovingly guided to glow up and to look after yourself, to be your own authority, to have some good healthy boundaries, but also there's a lot here about just like living by example, because a lot of people follow you or look up to you in some way, somehow. Even if it's not a great lot of people, the people that do look up to you, I think it's important. You have an impact on certain people in your world, that it's important that you do show up in a certain way. There's a sense of responsibility there to others, and in your sense of leadership and how you conduct yourself in the world. Whether people see it and appreciate it or not, it still leaves an impression on them in the way you carry yourself, the way you respond, and the way you move yourself out of tricky circumstances. Trusting in the goddess, I'm hearing, like trusting in your intuition. This is a very psychic energy. You are a very psychic healer, I would say. A lot of people connecting to group 3, and there's been something that's got you had you doubting, but it's not happening. Like this is an opportunity for you to overcome. I'm not sure. Again, group 3, I felt like last week, I think it was, I wasn't sure what I'm talking about, and I kind of feel like it's going to be the same this week, or I don't know, I hope you get it, sort of thing. But let's continue. We have the Strength here, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the 9 of Swords here as well. So this week does look like it's got its fair share of challenges. Some of you, this comes in harsh conversations or hard conversations. You might be talking to someone who is I'm kind of actually hearing threatening. So some of you might be dealing with someone who feels a little threatening or you might be intimidated by them, or they may be intimidating. But I don't even know what to say about this energy too much. I feel like this is an opportunity either way for you to see through something, see through someone's act or the way they're like not give away your power to a situation, but really just stay in your own truth and stay nice and grounded in yourself. Spending time at home and like remembering who you are, that inner light that you've got, is going to be helpful this week in whatever challenges come your way. You might be dealing with some immature energies. That could be the case here as well. I'm going to shuffle and get a little more for this area. But Fool is on the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful, beautiful, fresh energy. The Fool, a new beginning. The King of Cups has come out now, and the Queen of Swords. And the 9 of Cups here. I like this. This is good. It's like necessary conflict. It's like a conversation that you've been really worried about happens this week, or it needs to happen to build the momentum to push things forward and where they're supposed to go. I do feel for someone here, you're looking at someone in more of a negative light than you need to for whatever reason. Like you might be perceiving them in a way, and it doesn't serve you to perceive this person in such a negative way, even if what they're doing is not something you agree with, or I feel like this is not for everyone, but it feels like a male figure, masculine, but I feel like, yeah, you've sort of push someone into a box or perceive them in a certain way that, like, it just would be better if you let that perception of them go and see them in a lighter way somehow. It'll somehow benefit the situation or the outcome if you can do that, if that even applies to you. There's something wrapping up this week as well, or you're pushing things to wrap up. Maybe you're like pushing something forward. Maybe you're writing a letter, or like I'm kind of getting legal stuff here as well, where you kind of like wanting to push something along or make something happen, and there's a resistance there with another person for that to happen, but you're still nevertheless pushing forward to see some sort of results here. There is a change happening in your energy. Let's get a little bit more. 4 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. That's interesting. 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so here you have, we've got this person. How blocked off are they? They've folded arms in both positions. This could be you. It could also be someone that you're dealing with. But then we've got a very open energy to clarify this. So whether it's you that's very blocked to someone or something, there's a need for openness. It could be them, it could be you. There is a need for openness to give compassion, give kindness, give freely. For some of you, this is also somebody who is resisting giving something up. I think we had this last week where there was, can't remember for sure now, but there was something in one of the readings, and it might have been group 3, where it's like somebody needs to pay and they don't want to, but they're going to. It's that type of thing. This could be that manifesting here as well. 10 of Pentacles, this is about a big amount of abundance. Could be like an inheritance situation. 4 of Swords coming out now, 8 of Cups. Somebody wants to avoid their responsibility by the looks of this, but it will come forward and everything seems to balance out in the end. King of Swords now, one more on that. Thank you. The 4 of Wands and the Sun. Yeah, like I keep getting like these pretty heavy, more negative energies, but then they turn into something lighter. And this could be to do with the home, the sale of a home, the living situation. Yeah, this is like, I cannot for the life of me understand what this reading is actually about. And I'm not going to even bother trying. Like, just going to wing it. You have got a pendulum question at the end, by the way. I didn't mention that, so stick around if you're wanting a question, but it'll be in the title of the reading anyway. What am I getting here? I feel like there's like a shift in the give and take or something like this, and I think you're giving a bit more to yourself, and it's really important that you do. This week does feel very important that you speak up for yourself for what your needs are, and just take what your needs are. You know, if you need a little bit of time out or to put yourself first in some way, then do so. There's a challenging situation here, but you're going to come out on top. That's what's clear here. It's hard to pick what this is about because, of course, so many people connecting, so many different scenarios. It seems less than favorable, but it turns out okay. But it's an opportunity in all of this for you to take leadership and to see yourself and believe in yourself as well. In the area of challenge, we've got the Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So this could be, again, anything at all, right? Let's get another little split before the Nine of Pentacles. This feels like it's to do with abundance. The Page of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, is that right? Yes. There's conversations that need to be had, but they're still in the early stages is kind of the feeling here. Like something's still a bit premature. It needs to develop. This could be your own skill set, but it could also be the development of a conversation or a decision or a project or something that's unfolding. It's still in the early stages. These talks need to lead you towards, or will lead you towards, independence in some way, financial support or financial independence. There's also a lot of research or information needing to yet be acquired. Like if you're filling out an application, you've got to gather references or something like that type of thing. What was that? The Six of Cups. This could definitely have to do with family situations or things from the past coming back around. Yeah, there's definitely energy of like renewal or reunion or like working things out. This can be between siblings as well. Kind of feel like for some of you this will be about siblings. It's something to do with the father, the family. Yeah, there's like big changes here. There's a need to trust that things will unfold how they're supposed to, and it is actually in your favor if you're thinking it's not. Just give it patience because things will go forward. I don't know. In the area of what will help with the challenge is the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. This situation again requires patience. It requires like you're dealing with the old and the new. You've got a few different things to handle and navigate right now, and while you just keep your head above the water and keep the momentum, keep that fine balance, you'll see these good things are coming towards you. So it's a matter of timing and maintaining balance and maintaining whatever that means for you. There's a net level of maintenance required. In one area of what you don't see coming is the Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. So there's a potential new job or new offer, financial support or something here to do with money and work coming in for you. You could be collaborating or teaming up with somebody. This can also be a romantic situation. Maybe what you don't see coming is a partnership of some kind. It doesn't have to be romantic, of course. It can be friendship, but this partnership brings a lot of prosperity and it motivates you towards development or growth in some way. For some of you, this is about getting a job where you are a companion within that field, within that role. Maybe you're a support worker or something like this where you're helping people. Either way, there's a sense of coming together and financial prosperity and growth in the area of what you don't see coming, self-development, self-mastery here as well, like you're mastering yourself. Maybe it's through relationship challenges or a relationship that's prosperous. Lots of like aligned energy here too. Like you feel what you don't see coming is like there's definitely abundance, finance coming your way, but there's also like the way you live your life and the things you're doing, the connections you have feel really aligned. They feel really good. Like maybe it's been a really challenging time, so it's like quite a relief to feel like things are flowing and there's a lot of harmony between you, others, the world, and prosperity. It feels like a lot of growth there. And the outcome is no different with the Three of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. These things are coming in hot. You've got here with the Six of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, there's a lot of success in working together with others. For some of you, that is tricky, complex characters and people you need to deal with, but you manage to navigate it. You manage to learn a lot about yourself along the way. But here in the outcome, we've got success, we've got victory. And this person is in a wheelchair and they've won a race. So to me, it's the message of winning against all odds or beating, like overcoming limitations of some kind. So if you have any limitations, now is the time to step past those and believe in yourself. There's also like a great deal of enthusiasm that comes from things coming together for you. Like I think things are going to start coming together and it gives you this drive. It helps really propel things forward for yourself. There's a need to really work at it though. There's a mastery required, showing up every day, not comparing your journey to the other person's journey, but just each day getting better and better. And that's what you're doing. Yeah. Okay, in the area of Oracle, and then we'll go to the pendulum. First you have 32, and sometimes she changes. Maybe you'd like to have a little bath. But the meaning here is a private ritual that reveals aspects of self you may not have been aware of. Finding the elemental part of yourself through immersion in that element. Complete self-love, acceptance and acknowledgement. Observation and acceptance of new aspects to you of the self. Validation through true seeing of yourself. Feeling completely free to be the self that others may not wish to see or validate as even existing. Understanding that form is illusory and can be shaped and changed. And a deeper connection with sensuality, a desire to move beyond restriction. That's literally what I just said in these cards here. This card. Whoa. Yes, you are. You're moving past these limits that others or yourself have put on you. And you're finding community that supports you in doing so. By taking those steps, you attract them in. So you have the card Owl. Wisdom, prophecy, revelation. I pay attention to my inner knowing and secret truths are revealed to me. There is more going on than meets the eye. Look beneath the surface to find your spiritual truth. Trust that you have helpers in the spiritual realms who are aware of what is happening and sending you messages to help you find your way. You will be able to move through any challenge successfully. Be patient, pay attention, and you will recognize the perfect time to make your move for the best outcome. You are going to receive clarity in a matter that has been confusing or based on deception. Yeah, it's all messy, that week ahead stuff, but it like you come out on top. You push something past the mark, or yeah. There's like almost a bit of a battle maybe between you and another person potentially of some kind, and they may have a few people on their side, or you may feel like you're sort of standing on your own a little bit, but you're not. You've got these helpers, you've got your truth. Things work out for you though. So where were we? Owl goes further into the book. So Owl is a steadfast guardian with the ability to move skillfully in the dark. Owl teaches us how to move through mastery, challenge, and dark experiences so that we gain something truly valuable from them. As a soul guide, Owl helps us move through unknown physical, emotional, or psychological territory without becoming lost. Owl is a guardian of sacred knowledge and is associated with higher teachings. Owl's appearance may presage a period of spiritual or metaphysical studies, and it signals for us to open our minds to greater truths. Many cultures have considered Owl to be a gatekeeper of other worlds or the subtle realms of clairvoyance and clairaudience, the ability for the soul to see and hear that which exists beyond the physical. Owl brings the gift of prophecy or second sight. Our ability to sense the writing on the wall and our instincts for how things are going to go is heightened when Owl is present. You can see that here. And it's like, I think in the past you've kind of not been able to see it or felt like it's not going to be a good outcome for you, but you're coming back into that power with the High Priestess, the Queen of Wands in your current energy. You've already had these signs, you're aware of them, you are consciously aware of them. Owls have a highly developed auditory faculty and help us develop our super-sensitive ability to hear our inner guidance and the reality behind the stories we hear in our media. Owl encourages our soul to listen to ourselves, to others, and to the secret healing codes of the universe. Owl is adept at bringing out the truth and can solve mysteries by showing us what is happening at a deeper level. When Owl seeks us out, it's important to look deeper and to trust what our inner wisdom is revealing, as there is more going on than appears to be. Yeah. Okay, we have the card Thriving. Love to see that when there's a challenge around. If you draw this card, you are a survivor. And not only do you survive, you use these situations that others might find challenging to thrive. You expand when others shrink. This may be a time to adapt to your circumstances rather than being overcome by them. You have a remarkable ability to step beyond any challenge. You are strong. Others may find shelter in your energy, and right now that's okay. Through giving to others, you are in turn nourished. This card may be urging you to step into the primordial, powerful, wild part of yourself. Doing this will increase your vitality and contribute to your overall well-being. It's definitely like you've got this one card confirming a very opposing energy of like holding on very tightly, not being open, not sharing, to something giving and receiving where the energy can really flow. So you might notice where there's restriction or blockage, and just let that be open this week. There's a revelation, and I think it's connected to the home. There's a lot of growth and positivity around home space, and moving on to a new cycle as well. Is like you're closing up an old cycle here, and I think you're kind of ready for it. Like, you know, you're really looking forward to this new cycle. The next card is all about the home as well. We've got Vesta with Hearth. And the challenge and the gift, the action. Evaluate yourself and your life. Each human's task is to help reduce the total suffering on earth and increase the total joy. Your joy and suffering matter as much, neither more nor less than anyone else's. Do not burn yourself up for another's cause, nor withhold your warmth, but share what you have to offer. This is not a situation where you need to take sides. Come back to the center, to the flame of your hearth and your core values. Focus on that center flame instead of the personalities involved. Remember what matters. Find that deep calm within. Light a candle with a prayer and use it to bring your focus to the center, and let the rest fall away. Then decide, advise, and operate from there. It may take time. It may be time to take a retreat, a chance to clear yourself, clear your energy fields. Smoky quartz, great for that. Cleanse your environment, reclaim your temple. If a relationship is truly valuable or important to the soul, your person or team you're involved with will honor your process. I feel that here too, like you are dealing with a situation that may be a little abrupt or aggressive or tricky or harsh, but it's like really reminding you just you don't need to get caught up, but just stay true to your truth there, stay centered. The challenge of this card, Vesta warns you to share yourself rather than to sacrifice yourself. Your hard work at holding the situation together may be ignored or taken for granted unless you know your worth. The gift of this card is to find the temple within, the place of quiet safety where you can tend the fire and carry this sacred temple with you always. And then the next and last card before your pendulum is Tend, maintenance, encouragement, and guidance, which I think really finishes it off quite beautifully. Tend the garden. Tending your garden is an important step in creating a thriving ecosystem, and you've got the card Thriving. This is all destined to push you towards thriving, even if it shows up in challenge. Maintaining a garden means weeding, snipping away dead flowers and leaves, fertilizing, pinching back overgrowth to redirect energy. It's a cooperative experience. The Tend card is a reminder that you too deserve maintenance. It's important to review the different parts of your life every once in a while with a keen eye, looking for areas you can tend for positive results. Just as you guide your garden, your energy also deserves loving guidance and encouragement. You may need to weed toxicity out of your life. Be discerning about where you put your energy. Ask for guidance and listen to the messages Spirit sends you. What areas of your life need support? What areas are threatened by toxicity? There's a gentle growth here, so it does need a lot of care. Aromatherapy, I feel, is something that would be very beneficial at this time for your nervous system. So let's jump into the pendulum. Okay, starting with a yes. What is yes going to be? Oh, we'll just, yep, okay. Lovely. And a no. Yeah, very, very responsive. Okay, and then so the answer for group 3's question. So definite yes. Yep, there was no messing around with that little pendulum. It's like straight to a yes. Nothing else really to share to it other than I did hear definite yes. So whatever it is feels like a strong yes. So hopefully that was supportive for you, group 3. And I hope you've enjoyed this reading and that it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance for the week ahead. If you'd like a private reading, you should be able to book that in the description box. There should be some spots available. Otherwise, I'll be opening November up soon. And yeah, take care, group 3. I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye.